We're good. Liquor Talk, brand new episode starts now. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your man Victor, and this is the Liquor Talk Podcast. We have hit the fourth quarter of the Liquor Talk season. The episodes are winding down, ladies and gentlemen. So remember to pull it up, tell a friend to subscribe, tap in, because we are taking over for 22 and 23. The season 4 is coming to an end. Now, we're bringing back a guest who was on season 4. You heard her on episode 179, holding it down in New York. She's the host of the Pillow Talk with the T podcast. It's Q. Welcome back to Liquor Talk. How you been doing?
Yes, what's going on, Liquor Talk people? I've been doing good. I've been busy, working hard. Just doing the damn thing, making moves.
Yes, I see you've been booked and busy. I've been seeing you doing a lot of good shit over the past couple weeks since we last spoke.
Yes, absolutely. I've just been doing a whole lot. But of course, we're going to dive in and talk about what I've been doing, getting the Liquor Talk family up to date on some things.
Yeah. Bring us up to date, because I know the last time we talked, it was August, and we had just started the Liquor Talk season, and we were just getting fresh in, and now we almost at the end now. So what's been going on?
So basically with the podcast, we could start with that, is we're in season 4, going into episode, I believe it's 11, maybe 12. Like, I can't even keep up. It's how many it is. So that's doing amazing. Continue to go on live on Instagram. And just continue to brand myself when it comes to the Pillow Talk with the T brand. I also been in a reality show called Soul Sisters Reality Show, which I just got finished wrapping up season 2 in Tennessee. And that has been amazing. And we are already off to the races for season 3, which is going to be in Florida. What else I've been doing? I also started a new organization called Empower Her Tribe Nation, which is basically an empowerment movement of basically not influencing, but encouraging, inspiring, motivating, and just wanting to assist for me to lend my shoulders, my confidence, my security to women who have not yet found their voice, nor found their self-esteem or their confidence within. And then also even with women who already have found it, but sometimes, like the springtime, you do spring cleaning, you gotta do that spring recharge. So we definitely just had an event yesterday in Kingsburg, New Jersey, which was amazing, and it was beautiful.
That's real. So talk a little bit about that spring cleaning, like that spring recharge, because I feel like everybody can do it, not just the ladies, you know what I'm saying? I feel like,
Absolutely.
how do people need to tap into this spring recharge? Because it feels like spring done came and went, and now we're about to be in the summertime.
Yes, it was very, very short, like a blink of an eye. Yes, of course, not only do women have to and should endure in spring cleaning, but of course, men, and I definitely believe wholeheartedly that males, period, no matter what age you are, because I am a mother of a young 21-year-old man, young man, and I definitely say that everyone as a people need to recharge, to reunite, re-engage, clean out your chakras, focus on mental clarity and healing, and just end up putting your best foot forward. And then not only that, but being the best version of yourself. And basically by me saying that, not only do we have Soul Sisters reality show, but Soul Sisters reality show, the executive producers and the directors, they now casting for the Brothers Retreat. Yes. They're looking for 12 men to come in the house who are strangers, and their common goal is to ignite with healing.
That sounds interesting. That definitely sounds interesting.
Yes.
How the pay looking and stuff? I mean, was it all expenses paid for? Or?
No, so it's not all expenses paid for. So basically what it is that you go to Instagram at the Brothers Retreat, you will be able to DM. So what it is that they do have payment plans. You can make payments. You have to put the down payment. The down payment is have to be down to book your secure your spot. Once you do that, then you could be able to make arrangements with the cast. I'm sorry, the directors and producers of the show. They'll give you a breakdown what your payments is when it's due, how much you could break it down. Basically, financial development. Financial is available. So basically, like payment plans. Like if you do have Klarna or Afterpay or whatever, but you don't have to pay all at once. But one thing, when you do pay, of course your room and board is included in that package. You get all food by a private chef. You are going into a 12 to 15 bedroom mansion in Florida, and you are getting access of everything that's available on there. And it's up to you if you choose that you want to be on camera or you don't want to be on camera. All you got to do is just tell the producers and the team if you want to or not, or you want to keep your sessions privately. They do respect everybody individual privacy and rights to be on camera or not. But main goal they really care most about is making sure that everyone come in the house leaving and feeling out different than they came in.
That's real. Now, additional question: are they making any money off this, or is this just this is just a trial run?
So basically, with this the reality show right now, our certified life coach Trisha Marie, she's also a guided meditation coach. She's basically invested everything from herself, from her own pockets. However, we are looking for networks to pick up their show, and once they pick up the show, of course, that the network could give us funding, money, sponsorships, all that good stuff. But I could definitely say right now we have a major company, banger hitters companies who do sponsor and have sponsored us this past season, and who's looking to come in and sponsor us future endeavors as well during the future seasons.
That's real. That's something to look out for, y'all. Be on the lookout for that. Now let's get into this live you did recently called "Don't Talk About It, Be About It." And shout out to other ladies that were on their platforms. If you ladies are listening to this, I would love to have y'all on for season 5 of Liquor Talk. So
Yes.
if y'all want to come on down, let's make it happen. I'm just a DM away, but I feel like a lot of people, all they do is talk. All they do is talk in their actions. Then when it comes time to make the shit happen, they don't make shit happen. So I just got to the point with some people like that. If I see all you doing is talking, I'm just like, okay. So call me when you actually see some shit, because
Yes.
it's like, because that's how you talk to me. It's like I go by your actions now, because people so phony nowadays.
Absolutely. So that show ended up basically being created due to the fact that, like you said, you see a lot of people basically talking about it, but they're not being about it. They're not action. Me, I'm a huge, big instill. I have to say instill, because my grandparents, especially my grandfather, shout out to him, really instilled me. Stop being about it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. He like, even if I used to come to him about something, he like, then show me. Like, I hear you, but show me. Now show me what you're going to do. And so him having a military background, that gave me the sense of how I even teach and raise my son. I hear you, but what you going to show me tomorrow? What you going to show me the next day? I'm proud of you, but show me. And I come from a background with tough love, and I see that a lot of people haven't. So that basically sparked my flame, say, damn, we living in this world of 2022 with so many people just basically talking about it because they feel like if they speak about it, that gives some type of sense of some type of fame or recognition in that moment, just because you're saying you going to do something. But are you going to show me? Like, and that's me. I don't talk about it. And I think, as you probably see in my movement with podcasting and on the Instagram platforms, I'm not a talker. I've never been a talker since I came in the game. I always hit you niggas with straight bangers. Like, when it's ready, that's when you going to get it. When it come out the oven. I don't brag about what I'm doing. I don't say about what's happening. I don't say what's going on in the lab. I drop it when it's time.
That's what you gotta be. I'm that same way with Liquor Talk. Like, look, I'll tell y'all who's coming on, but when it drops, because it's like, I learned the hard way. You can't really tell the people who coming on, because that person might actually flake out, and you know what I'm saying. So it's just, And I've learned that people respect you when you're consistent. You make shit happen instead of just talking about it without making it happen. But today's society, you said it. There's so many people that didn't get the tough love. I'm like, well, because sometimes you would think like life will give you some tough love that your parents didn't give you. Because it's like, yeah, we grew up with parents that gave you tough love, but that doesn't excuse you from life wanting to screw you over and give you tough love too.
No, all that do is basically prepare you for the tougher love that the world going to give you. Because I do have friends and I do have siblings who from other, same father, different mother, who was helicoptered. They was helicopter parents on. They were shielded. But you can't do that to your children or to no one, because when they get out there, they're going to think that everything's supposed to be a yes, 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 or everything is their way. And then when they get out there, they're going to be very disappointed. So I feel like receiving that tough love in home, and it's not saying it's a tough love, bad love, it's a tough love of a good love, because what they're doing is mentally, physically, and emotionally preparing you, because when you out there in this world, the world don't give a fuck about you. It's not your best friend. It's not your daddy. It's not your mother. It's not your grandparents. And they don't give a fuck about your feelings.
Yes, that is so true. The world does not give a fuck about your feelings. And I feel like a lot of people in today's society, they just don't get that.
Well, listen, they say the best lesson is actually experience, right? So sometimes you have to experience it, and then you'll check yourself and be like, I got to do better.
Yes, that's real. That is so real. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. The more you drink, the better we sound. Go ahead and pull up that liquor if you haven't done so already. I don't know what we're going to do with these people and the lack of getting tough love, but I don't know. It's just, I could tell the people who go get it and make shit happen. And then I can tell the motherfuckers who they ride on mommy and they coattails. And I'm like, and some of y'all parents, y'all not setting them up for the future. Y'all really failing them.
Not at all. Not at all.
And it's sad that y'all like that, but
yeah, me and my son been through hardship together. And I'm the type of parent which I see a lot of parents my age and in my age, because I'm 40 years old, I'm proud to say that. And I see a lot of parents where they're allowing their children to see the hardship that it is. Because because I didn't see it from my parents. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see when maybe they couldn't buy groceries or, like my grandparents. Me and my mom, yeah, I seen it. But my grandparents, I didn't really see it. I didn't see the hardship. I didn't see when you couldn't pay the lecture bill or we was a bill behind. I didn't see that. My mother, I seen that. And I think that's the reason why I allow my son to see that, because I want him to see that life is hard and it's not easy. I don't want to shield him from the fact that, yes, I fumbled the ball. Yes, sometimes the world is heavy on mommy's shoulders, and I don't got it like that all the time. Or, I don't have it together all the time. You shield your children from that. You put in more expectations for them to think like, because my mom had it together, my dad had it together, they never showed me the behind the curtains. Then you giving them that expectation and you giving them pressure that they have to have it together all the time. And that's more stress on a child. And honestly, it was my grandparents, I believe before my grandmother passed away, I made her had a conversation, because I told her, I said, because I never seen behind the curtain, you put so much pressure that I have to be this 1000% parent, because I look at you as the golden parent. The golden parent, the golden grandparent, and the golden great grandparent. So I'm looking like, if I fail, if I can't maybe buy my son something, I'm doomed. I'm fucked. My family gonna look at me like if I'm crazy, like, oh, you falling off, like you whack for that. But I had to realize by me and her having that uncomfortable conversation, because you have to communicate, and don't having uncomfortable conversations, you'll end up getting the unknown or remove the assumptions from your head. So when I had that uncomfortable conversation with her, that's when she said, no, grandma don't expect you to have it together. Grandma don't expect you to think that I have it together. It is the fact that we just don't allow you to see it, because that's how I was raised. you know, because my parents didn't allow me to see it. So, and of course, I want better for y'all. But, you know, she always told me, you're doing a great job. And I think that's every child, son or daughter, want to hear their parent tell them that I'm proud of you.
Yes, yes. You know, I actually heard that from my mother a couple of weeks ago when I went up to Jacksonville. She said, "I'm proud of you. You doing a lot." I'm like, "Damn, really?" And I was taken back by that because I'm sitting here at this job, like, man, this job right here. It's like you don't want to take yourself for granted, but you're thinking about your struggles and what you're going through, and
Mm-hmm.
then to hear your mom say, "Hey, I'm proud of you doing a really good job." I'm like, "Damn, thank you, mom." you know
Yes.
it took me back a second, so
But it felt
also
good when you digested and it actually sinked in. It felt amazing, didn't it?
it did.
Exactly. Because my mom told me this late last year. She told me that she was proud of me. I cried. I
Damn.
booed because I was like, that's all I wanted to ever hear.
Yeah, I was taken back almost, and I almost was taken back. I said, "Damn, my mom's really proud of me." It's like I'm happy
Hmm.
she is. Not because I'm coming up here helping her out, but because I'm holding it down. I'm doing what we gotta do. So,
Yes.
and also I do give her credit too, because I got to see her struggle as well, and I told myself that that's not gonna be me. And sometimes you gotta let your kids see you struggle. You know what I'm saying, to show
Hmm.
them that they can overcome it if they just put their
Yes.
mind to it.
Yes. Yes. And that life ain't about peaches and rainbow and all good and happy. It's not. You have to show them that. You got to give them the balance, the good and the bad.
Yes, we gotta give them the good and the bad, always. Now going back to another one of your episodes, talking about breaking the cycle. Now, would that mean? I feel like there's a lot of cycles that has to be broken because I see it all the time. I'm like, damn, it's like we this way, society was this way. I'm just like, at what point do we just say, okay, enough of this shit? I'm just because I guess do you wait to the point you get tired, or do you realize it when you realize you got to make some changes?
I would say basically, I think enough is enough when you end up, even like one of my guest speakers who spoke at my event, and this is an old saying, but it seemed like it's fresh and new every time someone said it. Doing the same shit but expecting different results. That's when enough is enough. So
Hmm.
it's like you keep doing the same thing, but then you're expecting a different result or outcome. And if you've seen that if it haven't worked for you, then why you going to do it the same way and expect you going to receive a different result from that same method? How about that didn't work? Then choose to see what chemical, what ingredient that it didn't make work the first time, and then remove it or either add something and do something different. But people of our kind so used to um being laxed and they don't like growth. I don't think our people really are assumed to growing because they so comfortable just being just who they are, just what they know. And then when you give them something of the unknown that's not something they so familiarized with, it's like they get scared. And I tell people it's a difference between scared and fear. And my grandmother always tell me, even if you fear, you scared, even if you are fearful, do that shit scared and do that shit fearful. Because at
Hmm.
the end of it, I guarantee you going to turn around and be like, damn, I did it. But you won't know until you do it. But I think that's what it is. That's when is enough when you end up stop doing the same shit, expecting different results.
Doing the same shit, expecting different results, there's a term for that. That term is called insanity.
Yes.
And so many people will still do that same thing, but you're like, but I'm just sometimes you can give somebody advice about something and
Hmm.
it just goes over their head. I'm like, they say, "Oh, I'm gonna change, I'm gonna change," but then you look at them and you're like, you're still doing the same thing that we
Yeah.
talked about, and then you're gonna come back to me in a couple of months crying about the same thing. So I'm like, you know what?
I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it, but sometimes me just being a good friend, I'm like, I'll just listen just to be that person and be like,
You
okay,
good.
maybe you might not have nobody to vent to, so I'll just let you vent. But it's still back in mind. I'm looking at you like,
You a good friend. I'm a good friend too, but at the same point, after maybe a good 2 times, and listen, in baseball they say 3 strikes you out. Like, come on, I'm not giving you my shoulder in my ear to constantly continue to vent when I already gave it to you twice. And then especially when your friend come to you, you give them, you think you believe that you giving them magnificent advice, great advice, and they take it in. At the end of the day, it's up to them for the using or not. But don't have me sit here, give you advice, or you vent to me, and then you go and do this insane shit again. And then we want to relive this whole thing again. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. Good friend gonna tell you, get your ass up, get your shit together, change the bullshit, and you need to figure it the fuck out.
Yes, all of that. Listen, because sometimes me personally, it's like sometimes I've had those moments where I'm like, okay, I got to redo things, but I'm like, it's happened to all of us, but we just got up and say, okay, we need to do something different, or just hit it from a different approach, or try some other way.
Mm-hmm.
But the key is to get up and stop bitching about it, or if you're gonna bitch about it and keep moving.
And then keep moving, absolutely. Just like sometimes, like every day ain't good. You know, especially with, every day ain't good. Sometimes we have our good days and our bad days and our in-between days. But do you sit in it? No. When you have your bad days, do you sit in it? You cry, you pout, you complain, you bitch, you have a temper tantrum, and then you say, you know what, I did that, so time to get up, because now I need to do what I need to do. I can't sit. I don't like people who sit in it, and then they expect sympathy and empathy because now you want us to feel bad for you. No, there's somebody that didn't wake up the same time we all woke up. And listen, you woke up, so you have another chance.
Yes, you definitely have another chance. You definitely have another chance to get up and move around. Listen, random thought. You know how you being a creative and stuff. Shout out to the motherfuckers that are texting me right now while I'm recording. Shout out to those motherfuckers. I done had all day to text me. As soon as I hit record, now you people are texting me.
That's how it is. Listen, they don't respect your motherfucking time.
Y'all done had all day to text me. My phone been dry literally all day, and I've been just chilling. And then I time to hit record, and now you people want to text me. I'm like, you know what?
It happens like that. It's crazy. It really does.
One time for everybody text me. If you're hearing this and I didn't respond to your text, well, because I'm recording right now.
And welcome to the Liquor Talk. Thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Liquor Talk. Thank y'all for watching, because I gotta call y'all asses out. The thing is, I have my phone on Do Not Disturb. My motherfuckers still be disturbing me anyway. I'm like, because Apple has that little notification.
Yeah, exactly.
When somebody's phone is on Do Not Disturb, motherfuckers hit that shit anyway.
They still hit it. And it tells them if they text and say that person has to silence notifications, or they don't care.
They don't care. And also Apple, y'all ain't shit either, because I could tell when the new iPhone about to damn come out too, because my damn phone stopped acting crazy. I'm like,
oh God.
All I'm gonna do is just get the damn 13. I'm not even gonna get the 14. I'm just gonna get the 13.
Listen, that's good luck to you. I'm sticking with my 11. Been good to me this so far, and I'm okay with that. Listen, I was even with my 6S Plus for years before I even moved up to this.
Man,
my son had to convince me.
See, I'm still rocking this 8 Plus over here, and
See?
It's like,
see,
I know I'm getting to that point. Yeah, I need to go ahead and upgrade, but I'm like, God damn. And shout out to those people. I do got love for y'all, you know what I'm saying? So now let's get into this trend I saw on social media. The dumbest reason to cut somebody off. I saw people, they said they cut somebody off because of the way they ate, or they didn't do this, or they didn't do that. I'm like, what? When you look back, what can you say was one of the dumbest things you cut somebody off for?
Damn, did I ever cut somebody off for the dumbest shit, but not for the way somebody ate? I don't think I really cut the dumbest thing, no. But I would say I have cut people off, but I don't think to me. But let's see if this probably be dumb to the liquor talk people, the family. Let's see. I cut people off when I would say, as we just got finished talking, I give you advice, right? You repeatedly keep doing the same thing. And the 20-year-old me used to always end up, I gave chance after chance after chance after chance. And then I end up cutting them off because I'm like, yeah, you're not like-minded than me. If you're not a like-minded individual and I don't see that you having some goals and you're going towards somewhere and you just stuck, I'm cutting you off because I feel like I can't learn from you, and because you keeping yourself in the comfortable zone and not want to move in uncomfortable zones to grow. What can you learn from me?
Yes. Now that's the actual legit reason to cut somebody off, because I've had to cut people off as well. Like people that are still in my hometown. If I done gone away to college and I come back every time and I'm seeing y'all still doing the same thing, you're not making any progress on anything.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, it's time to cut you off.
Pookie and them still in the corner with their pants sagging. Yeah, that ain't happening. I don't even know you when I come home visiting.
Yeah. And you talk about going to the club and you going to the ratchet. You always want to go to this one ratchet club. I'm sorry. After I've experienced the nice bougie clubs, I want to go to the nice bougie clubs.
Exactly. that's like having what's that? Some caviar and you going back to mustard. Like it's like if you like caviar. You like caviar and you like the taste of it, you ain't going back down to Dijon mustard. It's like now your taste has elevated because now you experience of this bougie club. So you're not going to the hole in the wall. You're not doing that.
You're not going there. You're not going to the hole in the wall. Yeah, I might walk into a bar, but I'm not about to go to a club where they just standing around smoking the whole time.
Yes.
I'm like,
and nobody dance nowadays.
Nobody
dance in clubs nowadays. They just stand there.
Man, listen, I had to chaperone a senior prom the other day, and a lot of these kids, I'm looking at them, they're like, the ones that were dancing, they have some sorry dance moves, and a lot of them were just sitting on their phones and stuff.
On their phones, holding up the wall, and just looking crazy. Like, I don't understand it. I remember when we was in their age, you remember, they used to, the boys behind the girls going like this, the girls been in top of the percolator, all that good stuff. Now you don't get all that.
They don't do that shit no more. Everybody just sitting on the phone chilling. I'm like, God damn.
Oh, shit.
Kids. Now, what's the dumbest reason you've ever cut a man off?
Dumbest reason I ever cut a man off. Well, do you consider him like bad hygiene, stinking? Is a dumb reason? I don't think is a dumb reason.
Okay, that's a legit reason.
Other people might think but you know, sometimes other people have a different mindset. Well, you could have told him that he stink, and he could have did something. You could have taught him, you could have trained him, or you could have teached him. But it's like, how many times can you tell somebody about something and they don't get it by now? Maybe they don't smell it because they're immune to the shit.
Yeah, but that's not a dumb reason to cut somebody off, though. Like, if you stink, you stink. You need to. I'm like,
but don't tell nobody that nowadays, because they'll be like, "You mean I stink? I don't stink. What you talking about?"
Because motherfuckers say they ain't used to hearing the truth. That's what it is. And I'm like, you must not be around a lot of women, because I'm like, hell, I always tell myself, even if I'm about to be around a woman, I make sure I'm clean.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a dumb reason.
I don't really have no dumb reasons to cut a man off, because I give people chance. Because I pride myself on dealing with men who willing and wanting to grow, and be taught by me and I be taught by them. So, I really don't really have no crazy ass, I'm gonna cut him off because he blow his nose wrong, or he chew loud, or he fart in his sleep type shit. Like
No, believe it or not, I came up with that topic, but I'm literally the same way, because I'm firm believer that if I cut you off, you probably gave me the scissors to cut you off in your actions. you did something to
Exactly.
make me just want to cut you off and stuff. But I feel like the dumbest reason I may have cut somebody off is because of distance. Like you stayed 30 minutes away from me, and
And we
it's
can't see each other?
huh?
30 minutes away and you still ain't see each other?
Yeah, no, we saw each other, yeah, but the thing is, this is back when gas was starting to creep up, you know what I'm saying? Gas was starting to creep up there, and I'm like, okay. I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm gonna have to cut you off because this 30-minute drive is costing me because gas is damn near $5 a gallon. So I'm like,
yeah, it's high. It is high. Better take a
yes.
Uber.
Man, Uber, all that shit high, you know.
Or how about if you guys really wanted to make time to like, oh, let's meet somewhere in the middle, like.
Yeah, but it could be meet somewhere in the middle, and we go, you know, we could have did that, you know. Now, back in my younger days, back in my 20s, I do remember cutting a girl off because she was not good at communicating, which was a good reason, but also the girl was like 4'7". I'm like, okay, I'm
she was short.
Yeah, you look like my daughter, not somebody to potentially be my wife. You look like you could be my damn daughter.
Yo, but do you believe it or not that men are really attracted to women who are short and shorter than that? And and a lot of people were like, yo, is that a fantasy that you trying to fulfill? But they like it. Each his own.
Yeah, I say to each his own there because I'm like, I don't need to be out with you. You look like you could be my daughter, you know.
And you hold her hand. You hold her hand. You walking in the restaurant and you're like, oh, that's so cool. That's so cute. He took his daughter out to dinner.
I've never encountered a woman taller than me though. So I know they're out there, but I ain't never met.
Oh yeah, but if you have, would you be comfortable? Would you be secure in your manhood to be comfortable that she's taller than you?
I would legit because you know what? Because if she doing right by me and she's treat me, if we treat each other well and there's some chemistry there and the bond is there, I wouldn't give a damn about that. Even if she was the glamor's on, I'd be like, hey, we just about to have some tall. My mind will go to, okay, maybe we can have some tall basketball players or stuff. Have some tall athletes.
Well, that's good because you know there's not many men out here that will accept the fact that a woman taller than them, they feel some type of way.
I mean, I bet you won't see a short guy at the WNBA game then, huh?
Me, I have dated somebody was an inch or two shorter than me. Like my first love, he was shorter than me, but he ended up later on years, he grew into it. And it's like over the summer, he came from California. I'm like, where in the hell? Like, where you get that height from? That was weird. Because he was like right here to me. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, maybe because his personality was so energetic, bubbly, and just, you know, he was just fun and life for the party and great energy. I really wasn't caring too much about the height, and he was very attractive. So I really wasn't caring too much, but I'm not gonna lie, I did question the height at the beginning, but later on, as I got to know him, I was like, I don't give a fuck. But like I said, a year after summertime, he grew into that shit. He was like an inch or two taller than me. God rest his soul.
Hey, rest in peace. Hey, so I guess some people are late bloomers now, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
Shout out.
I do prefer taller, but if somebody that's great, credible person, human being, you know, give all that good stuff that I want in man, I can look past that.
Yeah, we all say if we can look past some things. So it's like, yeah, of course, we all say that because I've noticed this about people. It's like they'll say this, they'll say that, and they'll get the complete opposite. I'm like, but didn't you say you didn't like that type, but you're with that type? I'm like, okay.
See, I can't say that because all my guys I dated throughout my life is different varieties, from colors, complexions, height, even weight size is different, from small to medium to built to even, you know, chubby, you know, big guys. Like I date them all. it's about the person. If I'm attracted to you, that's all that matters. I don't give a fuck about what my friends, my family, or anybody outside say.
Yeah, that's a real one, and I'm the same way. It's like most of the people I look back at, everybody they all had melanin in them. That's all. That's all I can say. That's the one thing they had in common. They had melanin in them. I'll admit, I'm not one of these brothers who, I mean, it could have happened with somebody outside the race, but it just never materialized. I may have gotten a couple of numbers, but it never went anywhere. So
Yeah.
the only thing everybody looked back, everybody they had in common was they had some melanin in them. So.
Got you. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I did date two Spanish guys, but that ain't last too long. And I had white guys flirt with me or want to talk to me, but I don't know. I just can't cross that line.
Yeah, I never listen. Before I went to FAMU, I thought about it, but after graduating from FAMU, it's kind of hard to cross that line. You know what I'm saying? Because they're all right there, man. People look at it like, "Hey, why you ain't meet your wife when you're there?" I'm like, "Hey, shit happens." One thing you learn is just shit happens, and it's just what your time. So what?
Yeah, exactly. But your wife wasn't there at the moment. That's it.
Uh-huh. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. The more you drink, the better we sound. So go ahead and pull up that look if you haven't done so already. Now me and Q about to discuss and dive into a common theme that I'm noticing. That dating is just trash nowadays. It's like, how did we get to this point of you growing up? We had the 90s R&B love, you had the 90s stuff, you had the people being classy. Like, how did it go from that to now it's just, what the hell can you do for me?
I have no idea. I don't know if we blame it. Do we blame it on the music? Do we blame it on society and on the whole? Like, it's like, I don't know. It really is trash. And my thing is, I try not to really say that too much because you want to be careful what you put in the universe. Because if you say it's trash, then you, of course, it's going to continue to be trash and you ain't going to get anything because your words do have power, But however, my mind, I see it. It's like, I'm cool to be single. I'm cool right now. I don't want just to pick the bottom of the litter because I don't want to be in an empty bed, or I want a warm body next to me, or because I like to have my booty rubbed, so I want somebody, here to rub it. Nah, that person got to have in substance for him to rub my booty and give me that good pleasure. So it's not going to just be anybody or anything, but I think it's the music, it's some of the culture, is the lack of, with the fact, I think also is the parents too, because I feel like also the parents and grandparents are so young, we don't have that old gumbo history that we grew up, that grandmas was actually grandmas and grandparents was actually grandparents. And it's like now parents want to be everyday best friends of their children. I tell my son in a minute, I ain't your motherfucking friend. So
listen. Mine always told me that too, and I respect it to this day. I'm like, look, I can't talk to you like a friend. So of course, when mine be trying to dive into my dating life, I'm like, Mom, my dating life is trash right now. I can't really say that to you in a nice way, but I just can't tell my mom. I've just thrown my hands in the air like I don't know. But it's a lot of things you did allude to about the parents not being parents and the parents and the grandparents being young now.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's just nobody, and it is a little bit of culture as well. Everybody following this hot boy lifestyle, hot girl lifestyle, this and that.
Yeah.
But what many people fail to realize is the motherfuckers singing that song, they in happy relationships.
Thank you. And that's the difference. A lot of people taking things that's in the magazines, commercials, the music videos, the songs. These are people jobs. When them cameras are gone and they leave them studios, they're going into their home where they have a healthy, balanced life with their mate, or however uniquely is created, how they choose to live it on their own, and that's defined for them and structure for them. But they not doing that. Like even like the Megans and the Megan Thee Stallions and the Cardi B's, the Beyonce. She's telling you to the left, to tell your man to the left, but she got a whole Jay-Z at home. You know what I'm saying? We gotta know how to separate artistry from real life. We have to separate social media from real life. We didn't have come on. We can't be that oblivious. We can't be that gullible. We can't be that stupid. Are we? We can't.
We really can't. And another really thing I would notice is reason why dating trash is because trash people are going out or turning good people bad. And it's like, and sometimes the good ones aren't getting the fair chances. It's like you always talk to be good to people. The ones that are good to people, they're the ones that get fucked over. And then the ones that are trash who are just toxic, they're the ones being glorified. I'm like, what society is this where we glorifying cheaters and people also being glorified? They're glorified being the side chick. I'm like, you'd rather be the side chick instead of the mate. Meanwhile, you have this man over here wanting to worship the ground you walk, but yet
exactly
at the side nigga.
Exactly. You calling him a cornball, he weak, he a loser, and the whole time that's what you picking. Right, like when he's a whole good man over here, but you are dating weak loser niggas, but you want to call a good guy exactly the same type. Because I don't know, it's just crazy to me. I just don't understand it. And then you gotta realize men and women who have single friends gotta be careful. You dating or you're married. I felt like couples and married couples should have married and boyfriend girlfriend friendships with people who are in relationships or who's in marriages, because your single friends will never understand the different responsibility, the commitment and stuff that you will have towards your wife or your husband or your boyfriend, your partner. They're not going to understand that because they're in a whole different season and mindset in their head. So you're not going to go to someone who never been married to ask them for marriage advice. You know what I'm saying? But even though there's some people who may be the prodigy of marriage and maybe could be able to tell you and give you some advice because they come from a marriage household. But however, you got to just be careful with that. You got to realize misery love company, and trash ass single people are trying to take people who are married and coupled up and bring them to the dark side because they are miserable. They lonely. They don't want you to be in your love bubble and happy. Stop letting them play chess and not checkers.
Always. You do gotta say you got some fair points there, but I will say those single people and the relationship people, just because you're single and not in a relationship doesn't mean you have experiences. So most times people can give you advice from experiences, but it's up to the person to decipher that advice, whether it's you talking about when you were in a relationship and stuff, or is it just you're just talking out of misery. So not all of us are strong-minded people, because the strong-minded people know how to fight that misery and give some good advice.
That's true. That's absolutely true. And I definitely understand that each individual are definitely different, and some people are definitely lack of a strong mind, and that's very easy to be influenced. But my thing is, at a certain age, we got to stop using that as a fucking excuse. You should, at 35, I feel like you should have your own independence of your mindset. You should have your standards and your boundaries. You should know what you stand for, what you're not going to stand for. You should know what you're going to take from someone, what you're not going to take from someone. You should know the fact is, if my single girlfriend is single and I'm happy to be married or in a relationship, I just have to know that she may will give me advice, but I have to really decipher what the advice she have given me, what parts of that advice I'm going to take and what part of that advice I'm going to just leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, we have to be grown. We grown. Like, all these 80 babies, we're grown as hell. Come on. Why we still doing shit like we was born in 2020 or 1995?
Yes. And we're definitely 80s babies, 90s babies. We're all grown, and I'll be seeing all of this shit. I'm like, y'all really need to grow the fuck up. Y'all having these toxic ass conversations over y'all views and stuff. And sometimes it just boils down to two things. It's like, some women want money, some men just want sex. And it's like, nobody won't say that. Nobody won't say what the communication is, well, what you want and what it is. Like, nobody don't want to communicate these things. And if you don't get these things, guess what? Then they're like, oh my goodness, this trash and stuff. So and I feel like people, they gotta just decipher what the hell do you really want. And it's like, because for some men, because I remember seeing a TikTok video of the guy, like, demanding the girl, hey, you pay half this bill. It's like, I feel like y'all should have had that conversation before y'all got to the spot, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because what happened was the dude straight asked the chick, "Are you gonna come back to my hotel?" She was like, "No." She was like, "Well, you need to go ahead and pay half this bill because you got all this stuff." And I'm like, bro, you gotta have this conversation with her. You gotta let her know where you at financially and stuff, because sometimes I feel like people understand what's going on.
They do, but what it is they people. He knew he didn't have it, and he felt like because she had all this stuff that he felt either two things. She was going to end up automatically covering it, or end up doing half and paying half, going Dutch, or he thought in regards if I stick her and bamboozle her in that situation, she'd be stuck and she'd just automatically do it. And it's like, we gotta stop putting people in those predicaments, because people could listen. People are crazy out here, and people will really hurt you, and you never know. You going on a date with somebody, you don't know, somebody got somebody somewhere in that restaurant or somewhere around that's only probably 30 feet away and ready to fuck you up. You don't know. You don't know. Be careful.
Yep.
Be very careful.
Yes, you definitely gotta be careful, because that goes for both ways too. Because I remember Lil Wayne talked about it in that damn song, how he set the dude up. Y'all listen to that song Mona Lisa. Y'all listen to the lyrics real carefully if y'all don't know what I'm talking about.
And then women do that a lot. You remember seeing videos that went viral when girls, even like girls my son age, like between 16, maybe 21, they end up going to the guy's house, going on a date with them, and then when they go in the house, I think the guy may go to the bathroom, go to the room or something. She unlocked the door and let the boys in. And they sitting there jumping him, robbing him and stuff like that. Like, you got to be careful. You just have to be very, very careful nowadays, because people just would do anything for whatever, especially for clout and fame and Instagram followers and this to be viral. Like, fuck that. I'm viral no matter what if I'm on social media, because I said I am.
Exactly.
I'm a shit regardless, social media or not.
Exactly. And if you're the type of person that does that shit, that's gonna be a rude. Your time is coming.
Oh, yes.
Comes around, you know. So Absolutely. If you the type that fucks some people over, I say this all the time. I'm like, you know what? Hey, it is what it is. It's like, even the time people do me wrong, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna stay mad at you, but you ain't welcome at my table. But I'm not gonna be mad at you. Your time coming, damn it.
Yes, exactly.
So what do you think the solution is to just alleviate all these damn dating problems, so we can stop hearing people crying on the podcast and crying on their different social media platforms about, oh, men ain't this and women ain't that? What do you think the solution is?
About men this and men that?
Yeah, women this, women that, so people can stop crying about niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit, and dating is trash. The dating pool got pee in it. Dating pool. I'm like, I'll admit the dating pool got far more than pee in it, but you know.
Well, let me tell you. First thing, we gotta be able to watch what we say. We gotta watch what we really say and put out there, because anything, your words are powerful, and what you speak in the universe is what the universe is going to surround you with or give you back. So that's one thing we gotta do. The next thing we have to do is get to know yourself, get to know who you are, get to know what your wants, your likes, your dislikes, your do's, your don'ts, and apply standards and boundaries to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get to know who you internally, not externally, because this could all be made up. And you could be dying and crying and hurting inside. So fix this inside, because when you fix this inside and you got this clarified, everything else going to automatically come with no problem. The boundaries, the standards, you're not going to set anything. You're not going to stand, for anything and fall for whatever. I say that as well. And then another thing I would say is that when you do get clarity and you do fix yourself inside, but also upgrade your level. Because I think some people also date at a certain level because they feel like that's what they deserve, or they don't deserve better. Because I have a cousin who shout out to the LGBTQ plus community. I have a cousin who have a girlfriend, and she will stay with her girlfriend because she feel like she can't get anything better than her. And I'm like, why are you choosing to settle? Because you feel like you don't deserve, or you don't think you could get better? That's crazy. That's a crazy mindset. So that means that she She's in an unhealthy place in her mind, thinking that she don't deserve more. So I feel like when we clear all this and we fix those childhood traumas, triggers, and all that shit, like I said, everything else will come and fall in place. And then you will elevate your standards of what it is that you truly deserve. And you eliminate that. And when you eliminate that, you eliminate the bullshit. And you want to be in the conversations talking about, this is trash, he ain't this, he ain't that, because you want to know why. You won't even say he or she or those people or them women or men are trash, because you are no longer will be attracting them. Because you gotta remember, you are who you are. What you attract is who you are, and who you are is what you attract. So not only would you not attract them, but you will also see when the bullshit coming before it become your way. You'll see a mile away before it come, and you already gonna make your left turn or your right. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even gonna come. Or they're gonna see that you so secure and so confident, and you got your shit fixed inside and out. They're not even gonna want to buy. They're not coming your way. Because a broken person sees something that's sturdy, ain't coming, because they're like, nope, I can't even fool her. Or nope, I can't even sit there and play him. That's so right. It's all about the individual.
It's all about the individual. Yes, it is about the individual mindset. Also, if you're out here and you see somebody good and that's doing right by you, man or woman, but it may not come in the form that you want it, you might need to embrace that shit. If they give you everything you need, it ain't selling if they give you everything you need. If they have the potential and they're living up to that potential, and they're giving you everything you may need, because what you need may not come in the form that you want it to be in. It's like, so stop looking for that person that's in the streets to be that Romeo and stuff. It's like, you gotta take people for where they at. And it's like, because you can't turn somebody that's always in the streets into a housewife or a husband, because they got to elevate. And also, and if you got people out here making the effort, you gotta respect the effort. You know what I'm saying? Because we all human, we all human, we all shit. And it's like,
and we also got to do this too. We have to have those uncomfortable conversations at the beginning.
Oh yes, we definitely damn sure.
Ask him, do he want kids? Is like, are you wanting marriage? Like, when you were dating, are you wanting marriage? Is that your common goal in your journey? It's your goal is to marriage, or if you just want a partner, or you just hoeing, or you're dating. Ask him how many sex partners he had. When the last time he or she got tested? You know what I'm saying? When the last time they took they did anything? How is your relationship with your parents, your mother? You got kids? How's your relationship with your children? We have to ask these uncomfortable conversations and stop thinking that these questions going to automatically come fall in our lap, or you going to figure them out and they're going to just come and be handed to you on a platter while you already in a relationship. And then when you in it, you be like, oh man, shit, like, now you invested emotional time and feelings. We gotta have these uncomfortable conversations, man, and stop being scared to have them. We really do.
Yes, we definitely need to definitely have these uncomfortable conversations. And I'll also say this though: have the uncomfortable conversations, but have a clear mind. Do not be sitting there judging that person because of their past. Because, like I said on the Men's Only Round, every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. So don't be sitting there judging somebody. Be like, oh, they got this or they got that. Look, you got to judge them for how they treat you. Don't judge them for their past. Judge them for how they treat you and stuff. And also monitor how they handle conflict. If it's like walking on eggshells when you're around them, then you don't need to be around them. You ain't the person to date. You ain't the person to date, or you ain't the person to be with if it's just been walking around eggshells. And another thing I will say, pick more intimate settings when dating people, so y'all can stop talking about these damn people and stuff. Stop. And also get your mind right. You gotta go back to something she said. You gotta get your mind right. You gotta have clarity. Stop just going off of what social media is saying stuff. The person for you, they for you. Because I will say this, I said this on a previous podcast a long, long time ago. That motherfucker that you put in the friend zone might be the one for your ass.
True. That's so true. So true.
That goes for both ladies and men.
No, absolutely go for both people, not just one, both.
Yeah. That one you might be holding on into the friend zone. You might tell them, oh, I just see you as a friend. That motherfucker might be the one you need. Meanwhile, you're over here struggling with people. So
Meanwhile, you struggling with motherfuckers because those are the ones you want. It's a difference between what you need and what you want. That's the big difference that people do not know the difference of, because everybody chasing what they want, instead of saying what I need that's going to take me to where it is that I need to be and where I'm destined to be and what I'm here to be for. Like people they chase the want, and we got to stop doing that. Fuck the wants. The wants come later. My grandmother say wants come last, and necessities is what you got to deal with, and that's what that more substance to.
Like, that's real because
that's like even everybody think that's like, first of all, I remember, like, even she said, to go a little deeper, just a little short, just a moment, she said, like, cable is a want, it's not a necessity. So you want someone that's beautiful, fly, good guy. Not good guy with some bulks and tall, amazing, this and that. The Tyson Bedfords and the Boris Kojos, but inside, they could be some fucked up people and be treating you wrong.
Listen, I learned that the hard way. I've seen the beautiful women who, they might have a child or something like that. They might have extra package. They might have extra baggage. But you learn that just because the person look good, they mean good. Because they could be a complete asshole. Like, they could. And it's like, and also, if everybody's saying the same thing about a person, those people might be right. Yeah. Because I learned that firsthand, like back when I was in college. Everybody told me, don't go out this, she ain't shit, she ain't this. I had to find out the hard way, but I pat myself on the back for going through it, but I was like, God damn, I should just listen to y'all because this motherfucker ain't shit.
And the major question that I understand a lot of people, that's part of the uncomfortable conversation, which so many don't have, is that ask the person, steady asking them what's wrong with them. Ask them what happened to you. What happened to you? Because we got to realize things that happen to people is what structures the person for who they are today. Something could probably happen to that person while that person is probably acting the way they acting or feel the way they feel or doing what they doing. So we have to find out their story, because it's like, like you said, everyone has a past. That's not judging for the past, but everyone has a story that if you really want to get to know that person and looking to date that person, find out that person's story and ask what happened to them. Because we ask the questions, but we ask the wrong questions.
Yes, we do. We definitely ask the wrong questions. And also, when you get the answers, do not hold it against, do not be a bank, you know what I'm saying? No. Do not hold it against them to throw it in their face, and when you're fed up with them or when you're upset with them and stuff, do not hold that shit against them. Exactly. And also, we got to get out of this mindset of dating, figuring out why a person is single and then just cut that person off. No, if you really about that person, help that person grow. It'll help you grow too, because guess what? Your shit stink too, motherfucker.
Exactly. Because remember, when you point one finger at somebody, three is pointing back at you.
And I feel like a lot of people, it's like dating to them is find out why somebody's single and then cut them off. I'm like, you know what? You're never going to find somebody like that. Or if you find somebody and you give the wrong one a chance, it'll be better forever.
Yeah, that's true. But it's also a lesson. Because I look at things too as anything. Because I remember somebody asking me when I first started my podcast, I had a question in the comments. And this is when I was doing my podcast on Facebook. And it was like, do you regret anything that you've done or anything that happened in your life? I said, I don't regret anything that I've done in my life. Because if I did, that means that I regret who I'm standing here before you today. So everything that happened to me, everything I went through, it was for me it was purposeful to happen to me, to make me who I am. And not only that, to also be the testimony for those who are going to go through it, that's trying to figure out how can I come through it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm an example of living and say, I've been through domestic violence, you know what I'm saying? And I survived it, so anybody that's going through that, they'll see a living testimony and say that, it is an outcome of the bullshit. It's an outcome of abuse, and stuff like that. I'm a single parent, It's hard as shit, but I'm going through it. I'm getting through it. And I'm an example of single mothers and single fathers out there that is struggling, and they see that a single mother who's an entrepreneur, and she's going through it, and she's getting through it, and she's successful. So that's what I'm saying. So I feel like none of us should regret anything that we do, because everything that happened to us and we go through and been through is a lesson for what we need to learn. And not only that, but it's also mold us to who that amazing person that you stand in within yourself at that moment.
Yes, that is real. That is so real, you know. And also to harken back to the dating is trash. Everybody, stop saying this dating is trash. We get it, you know. Just saying it's gonna get better. We don't know when,
Yeah.
but gotta keep telling yourself eventually it has to get better.
Or don't entertain it. Don't entertain it. Like, my thing is also, I feel like a lot of people feel like they have to entertain everything that comes their way. Really? Do we?
We don't.
No, we can say no, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, but no, thank you. And I do that because, you know, I don't want to come off rude or disrespectful. So, but I still want to let them know that I'm not interested. But even though you still got some guys where you say no, thank you, they still feel disrespected and rejected, and they'll call you out your name. Like Queen Latifah said, "Who you calling a bitch?" You know what I'm saying? Like who are you calling a bitch? And 5 seconds ago, you were just wanting to talk to me and probably already fantasized bending me over. So now because I say no, thank you, now I'm a bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always gonna say no, thank you, especially if I'm not interested. And I just feel like let's not put negative words about the dating scene or, you know, shit that's going on that's trash and that's not good right now. Let's just end up just realize we don't need to entertain every prospect that comes to us, and not that everybody is not for you.
That's real. And ladies and gentlemen, y'all gotta harken back to this. Have the tough questions before you meet them in person, and also gotta communicate. Communicate is the major key. Have the communication, have the tough conversations before you even meet the person, or before or while you meet the person. Have the tough conversations,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how we can get out this dating thing. Because, and ladies and gentlemen, for my people in relationships, if you with somebody that you can hammer some things out, hammer it out, because
Yes.
it ain't nothing.
If you're married and you in a relationship, you should go from A to Z to make sure you check off every letter in the alphabet to say that I done everything, I tried everything, and I completed everything I could do before you officially give up. If you have not done that, you should not be stepping away. I'm sorry. Unless he beating your ass to a pulp or she's beating your ass to a pulp, then of course you leave. But when you leave, you still have to leave with the safety plan, because people so crazy. Even when you leave abusers, they feel like if they can't have you, nobody can. So they'll just take your ass out.
Yeah, avoid the abusers. And also, if you gotta get to that point where you need to abuse somebody, you really need to seek help. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, of all the shit I've been through with women over these past 30 some years I've been living, and if I could endure all this shit and not want to put my hands on them and not be in somebody's jail because I just snapped, if I can survive that, then y'all can too. And if you need to a point where you resort to domestic violence, please seek help, because it ain't worth it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Please seek help. And on that note, Q, you want to give a sneak peek of what you want to talk to me about? Because you know your boy is coming on your platform pretty soon.
Yes, you are finally. Listen, you guys, he been like really hunting your girl down, like, when I'm coming on.
I gotta be, you know what I'm saying? I gotta return to love, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Which I already have for you to come on, but see, I like to, make sure things at the right time. But yeah, so you definitely coming on our future show. And it's actually this week coming up on Thursday on the 26th. All I'm gonna say to give the Liquor Talk family is come through, because your guy will be on Pillow Talk with the T. We're gonna be live on YouTube. Absolutely, it's going to be a gang of people. The topic we basically speaking about is called "Fuck Your Apology," and it's amazing. And I feel like everybody have some type of intervening them, they feel like telling people like, fuck your apology nowadays. It doesn't mean shit no more. You know, it's like you either rather do what you need to do and show me actions with love, because love is an action word, but continue to apologize, even with family, fuck your apology. I don't want that shit.
Yes, listen, this actually reminds me of the show on Apple TV Plus I was watching called One Show, where the brother got done wrong. He just said to this lady, he said, "Apology not accepted." I'm like, that's what I'm talking about, my brother. That is what I'm talking about, brother. You tell them people, fuck that shit. It's called The Morning Show, by the way. If you're on Apple TV Plus,
yes, I gotta see that. I gotta see that. But yeah, that's something that just resonated in my spirit when I created this season. And then of course, you know, I had to reach out to your boy and tell him like, come through. I want to hear your opinion. I feel like anybody that I have on my show, I respect their perspectives, because everybody's perspective and opinions is different, and that's what makes the world go round. And I respect that. What I don't like is when people trying to end up, use their perspective against them. Like, that's some bullshit. But yes, so May 26th at 8:30 p.m. on YouTube at Pillow Talk with the T. Yes, come through, because your boy, your host, your peoples, he gonna be there, baby.
You better believe it, y'all. You better believe it. Well, Q, I want to thank you for making your second visit in during the season of Liquor Talk. You know, it's hard to get people to make one visit. You would have made 2 visits, so I really appreciate it. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that you came on. And thank you for blessing me with your presence. So we highly appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Listen, I'm about to take this as my business at the end of the day. I'm very professional about it, so definitely anytime you want me, I'm here, because I know if I end up hollering at you, you'll be right there too. So I appreciate me being the second time runner coming on, second time, so I feel like I'm VIP status.
Yes. And you got the VIP status faster than everybody, because I've only had a few people come on too. The only people I can say that came on multiple times is the fellas, because we come on for the men's only round. But outside of that, I haven't had 2 people come on twice in the same season. Actually, I've had a few people. They're very few, so. But you are high up there. You are definitely royalty, and I definitely appreciate you.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure talking to you. It's always fun. Absolutely.
Yes. And thank you to listeners. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Remember to subscribe to Liquor Talk everywhere, wherever you get your platform at. And also go tap in with the Pillow Talk with the C as well. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we out this thing. Deuces, motherfuckers. Deuces.